The new export regulations have dealt a staggering blow to medicine supplies in neighbouring countries.
What medications are there shortages of?
Okay, well, first and foremost, we have to talk chronic meds. So your antihypertensives and your anti-diabetes. So, one of our leading antihypertensives, we haven't received one molecule this whole 8 weeks, since the end of March. So that's been a crisis. Diabetes medication, there's been certain ones that have come in, but there's still been 2 molecules that we have not received. Then the other important one is oncology meds. We're talking about patients, cancer patients, and we're not receiving oncology medication for them. They're already stressed, first and foremost, because they've got cancer. They've got treatments which have to run in specific cycles, and we're struggling to get that.
We deal with chemotherapies for aggressive tumors, malignant tumors, and then obviously with medicines like morphine, with scheduled painkillers, antibiotics, high doses of corticosteroids. So in our case, those are the drugs we cannot get our hands on.
When I say medications that are required, we're talking about medications required for patients who have diabetes, HIV, TB treatments, all the immune compromised diseases.
So what's the consequence of permit delays on a cancer patient, for example?
These are tumors that do not die. These are tumors that are not asleep. These are tumors that are actively growing inside of people while we are waiting for these permits to be issued.
Frustration is growing amongst suppliers and manufacturers, says Fellows.
Either there's miscommunication, they don't get the right information, then they need to resubmit new applications. They don't understand why. So it's a continuous back and forth. And the other frustrating thing for us as suppliers in Botswana is, in the past, if a client of mine wants to know where's his product, it's easy. I pick up the phone and I phone my supplier and he'll tell me, okay, we are in this process. I can't get a definitive answer as to where's my specific item.
The new regulations aim to ensure security of supply for South Africa during COVID-19, but Van Zyl says Namibia's oncology needs are no threat.
Namibia has about 2 to 2.5% usage of medicine that South Africa has. So let's say for every 100 boxes of a certain chemo that's been used in South Africa, we use about 2 or 3. So Namibia is a very small market.
In Botswana, the resentment is palpable.
Why are things changing week in, week out? That's the question. Why can't we get the standard? You guys are essentially 9 weeks already into this process. By now, the people should know exactly what the guidelines are and what the protocols are.
South Africa's International Trade Administration Commission, ITAC, under the Trade and Industry Department, says it's processed in excess of 4,000 permits, the majority for medicine exports to Namibia and Botswana.
ITAC, as well as the minister in particular, are concerned. They were concerned right from the beginning about making sure that supplies to SACU continue. Now, I don't have the figures here, but I know that their volumes of medicine imports have been higher, and the permits that we have issued to them are higher than anybody else by far. So factually, the data supports the fact that we have been processing as much as we can. Is there room for improvement? We do think that we can make some changes. We do think that we can enhance the process. We do think that we can perhaps look at narrowing the range of medicines that are under control, so as to open the tunnel and make it a bit wider. We are in conversation with the DTI to see what can be done to further improve the system.
These special COVID-19 export regulations will remain in place until Trade and Industry Minister Ibrahim Patel decides otherwise. Michael Appel, Johannesburg.